rubbish on the floor. So just bring yourself on to your mats. Let's start lying down. So make sure you've got enough space around you that you're not going to smash into walls or windows. And when you're ready, peel yourself down onto your mats. If you want to pop on a jumper, it's not as warm today as it has been in the last week. So if you do want to pop on a jumper, we're going to go slower than usual, then please do feel free to do that. First, bring yourself down onto your mat. Let your feet fall open, palms open at your sides. Lengthening through your spine, close your eyes, take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Expand your abdomen, send all of that air down towards the bottom of your lungs. Fill them like a glass all the way to the top. And as you exhale, reverse the breath, draw the navel in towards your spine. And again, inhale. And exhale. Start to tune out your outside surroundings. Tuning into your body, tuning into your breath. Bring yourself to a nice, calm state of mind. We're going to start to tune out all our thoughts. Maybe take an imaginary broom. Start to sweep the mind clear of any clutter. Use your breath to cleanse you. Deep inhale. Feel that breath wash through you, and as you exhale, expelling everything that isn't serving you in this moment. Focusing in on that slow and steady rise and fall, and maybe take each breath to learn how to deepen your breath, to try and teach your body to use the full capacity of your lungs. Inhale, take a pause at the top of your breath. Before you exhale, draw the navel to spine, reverse the breath. And let's start to check in with those key tension points. So we tend to hold on to stress in really subtle ways. So let's start by pulling our shoulders away from the ears, feeling those shoulder blades glide down your spine into the mat. Allow your neck to grow long. Let your head become light. Facial features soft and gentle. Unlock your jaw, unclench the back teeth, and draw your tongue down away from the roof of your mouth. So your jaw is one of the places where we tend to hold a lot of stress. We tend to clench our teeth without even really noticing or thinking about it. And that can lead to headaches, neck, shoulder, and back pain. So just checking in and making sure that you are unlocking that jaw, drawing the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. And on your next inhale, let's start to draw that right knee in towards your chest. Hug your knee in tightly. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and exhale, pull the knee in closer. Feel that nice gentle stretch down the front of your hamstring. And maybe start to wiggle your toes. Maybe start to rotate your ankle. Loosen your joints. Get that mobilizing started. Get the synovial fluids flowing around your body. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, drawing that knee in tighter. Really nice deep breath. And exhale. Start to very gently drop that right knee open to the side. You can take your left hand to push on your left hip bone. Keep the spine nice and flat on the mat, and use your left hand to keep the pelvis neutral. So when you're pushing on that left hip bone, you want to make sure the spine stays flat. You want to look out for any signs of yourself peeling that spine or lifting the left hip, and just gently pull yourself out of the stretch if you feel like that's happening. If you want to, you can straighten your right leg. Take your fingers around your big toe. Remember, that is an option. You don't have to do it. You can keep the knee bent. But if you want to straighten the leg, you're going to get deeper into your hamstring. But just be very wary of that spine staying flat. Try not to lift the left hip. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale, really, really deepening that stretch with every breath. And the nice thing about a restorative type class is that when we hold the poses for longer than we might in a normal vinyasa flow, we're getting deeper, deeper into those corners of our body, really giving ourselves a chance to feel all the sensations of the stretch that maybe we miss when we do them a little bit faster. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale, gently draw that right knee now across to the left. Give yourself a twist through the spine. Gaze down those right fingertips. So we're always looking in the opposite direction of our leg. Feel that twist from the base of your spine up to your neck. Inhale. Again, if you have the space or you would like to, you can straighten that right leg out. Deep inhale. And exhale. Really, really feel that twist. Breathe into the twist. So on every exhale, you almost pull yourself deeper, like you're tying a knot with your back. And twists are a really nice way to energize. They also compress our organs, so we're releasing any toxins from our organs. And when we release the twist, we allow fresh blood to run through our body. Take a deep breath. Gently bring yourself back to center. Straighten that right leg up towards the sky and flex the right foot. So this is a really, really nice hamstring stretch. It's good for healthy knees. It's a really good one to do before or after you run. Feel free to take your hand either to the back of your thigh, the back of your calf, or if you feel like you have the flexibility, or if you would like to, taking hold of your big toe. So remember, it doesn't matter if you took hold of your big toe last week and today you just don't feel like you want to get that deep into the stretch. That's absolutely fine. And remember to avoid putting your hands on the back of your knee. So if you're feeling a little bit low energy, I know most people have quite low energy this week, then just bring yourself into a slightly less version of the stretch. So not reaching for your big toe. Just being very kind to your body, being mindful, listen to your body. If your body doesn't want to go that deep, just pull yourself out gently. With every inhale, we lengthen. With every exhale, we pull ourselves even deeper into the stretch. Gently drawing that knee towards you. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Give yourself one more deep breath here. Gently bend that right knee. Draw the left knee towards you and take your right ankle to your left knee. Reclined pigeon pose. Take your palms to the back of your left thigh. On every inhale, feel length. On every exhale, try and draw the left knee towards you. And that will be pushing that right hip open. So you're going to be pushing against the right ankle, which in part will start to open that right hip, stretch the right glute. I find this particularly satisfying, this one. And if you are struggling with your upright pigeon in your day-to-day practice, this is a really good one to get you started because it'll open your hips in the right places and it will show you where your leg wants to be on the mat in your upright pigeon. So deep breath, inhale. Exhale, bringing that knee towards you, opening up the hip. With every breath, get deeper. And exhale. And really enjoy that feeling, those sensations of getting nice and deep into the stretch. Breathe into it. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that hip opening. I don't know about you guys, this is one of my absolute favorites. Deep breath. Gently bring those legs back to center. Bringing your legs into a tabletop position, you're going to take that right knee over the top of the left. Imagine that you're sitting on like an upside down chair. You're crossing your leg. And then you want to take hold of opposite feet with your hands. Start to draw the feet apart and towards you. Reclined cow face pose. So what this stretch does is it really increases mobility in our hips. So this is another one that's really good for runners. And you're going to feel that stretch down the outside of the right hip. Again, inhale to lengthen, inhale to pause, exhale to pull yourself deeper into that stretch. Feet apart and towards you. Deep inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Really, really nice deep breath. Inhale. Getting even deeper with every breath. Well done. Really feel that stretch on the outside, nice and indulgent. Holding one more deep breath. Get as deep as you can. Gently release. Straighten that right leg. Draw the left knee in towards your chest. Same thing on the left side. Spine flat. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we pull that left knee in towards the chest. Gently starting to mobilize by rotating the ankle, loosening the joints, getting the synovial fluids flowing around the body. We gently mobilize each part of our body one by one. Maybe give those toes a little wiggle as well. Don't miss them out. With every breath, try and pull that knee in deeper towards your chest. It's just a very gentle hamstring stretch, just to begin with. And on your next breath, drop that left knee open to the side, opening up the hip. Use that right hand to push on your right hip bone. And again, if you have the space or it's in your practice, feel free to straighten the left leg out. You can take hold of your big toe with your fingers. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, dropping that hip open. And exhale. Really, really nice. Feeling those hips opening. And remember, use the right hand to push on your right hip bone to keep your spine flat, to keep your pelvis neutral. Pay attention. So if you feel like that hip is lifting, gently bring yourself slightly out of the stretch. Really, really important to keep a nice neutral pelvis, even if it means you're not as deep into the stretch. Remember, it's so important that we try and put our ego behind our form, especially if you're particularly flexible. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, let's draw our left knee across to the right side of the body. Gaze down your left fingers. Feel that twist from the base of your spine up to your neck. If you want to get even deeper into this stretch, you can reach that left leg out and take hold of it with your right fingers. Always gazing in the opposite direction of your leg. If you're straightening your leg, you're going to feel this in your hip, in your hamstring, as well as that twist in the spine. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, really enjoy those sensations, the twist, the stretch. So when I'm twisting, I think I'm like a dirty dishcloth and I'm wringing out all that dirty water. And when I release the twist, I'm allowing fresh water to flow through. One of my favorite yoga teachers said that, and I really, really like it. It really resonated with me. So I hope that it resonates with you guys as well. Twists are one of my favorite parts of yoga. Give me one more deep breath there. Gently draw that left knee back to center. You're going to straighten that left leg out towards the sky, flex the foot. Take the hand either to the back of the thigh, calf, or up towards your foot. And remember, if you reach for your toe on your right leg, don't worry if you don't on the left. I very rarely reach for my toe on the left. It's much tighter than my right. And you might find that you have a side that's way tighter than the other. That's perfectly normal. So take a deep inhale And as you exhale, always trying to bring that leg towards you. And remember, try and avoid putting your hands on the back of your knee joint. This stretch is really, really good for nice healthy knees, so we want to keep that area nice and clear of our hands. Deep breath, inhale. Exhale, feel that nice deep stretch in the hamstring. Inhale. And exhale. And this whole lying down hip and hamstring leg stretching is also a really good sequence, not only for before or after you're running, but if you are serious about working on splits, because we're just getting into all those areas, the hip flexors, the hamstrings, the quads, the glutes, all those areas that need to be nice and open for us to achieve splits. Take a nice deep breath. Bend the left knee. Take the left ankle to the right knee and place your hands on the back of your right thigh. Inhale, reclined pigeon pose. Exhale, pull that knee towards you, opening up the hips. Deep breath. And exhale. And really feel it now in the left glute, the left hip. And just enjoy that sensation with every exhale, pulling that knee towards you, getting even deeper, getting into all the pockets of our bodies, really stretching it out. We hold the stretches for long enough, we can feel those nice sensations. Make it really indulgent. Like a deep stretch is such an indulgent thing. It's so nice to just really, really hold that stretch for long enough to truly feel the muscles almost stretching and moving. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Really nice, pulling that knee in. One more deep breath. And then gently bring those knees back into a tabletop position. Take a nice deep breath. The left knee comes on top of the right, almost like you're sitting on a chair, but with your back on the mat. And we're going to take hold of opposite feet with our hands, pull the feet apart and towards us. At the same time, reclined cow face pose, getting into our hips, increasing our hip mobility. You're going to feel it in your left hip this time. Inhale. And exhale. And if you've got particularly tight hips and hamstrings, which I do really bad on my left side, this is such a nice one. This and recline pigeon are my absolute favorites for getting into my hips and my hamstrings. I like to hold them for a really long time and really indulge in those feelings of pulling those legs apart, pulling those feet apart and gently drawing them towards you. Give me one more deep breath here. Gently bring yourself back to center. Really nice. Hug those knees into your chest, Uttanasana. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. Just release your spine on the mat. And then start to rock backwards and forwards. Bring yourself up into a seated position on your mat. Sitting nice and tall. So we've done our lower half of the body. We're going to start from the top and move our way down now. So plant those sit bones, drop the shoulders down. Let's start with our neck. So we're going to start by dropping our chin down towards our chest. Feel that stretch down the back of your neck. Inhale. Try and keep your spine long so you're only stretching the neck. Keep the shoulders down. Deep inhale, start to lift your chin towards the sky. We're going to stretch down the front of our neck from the tip of our chin down through our throat towards our chest. Feel that stretch through your jaw. Gently bring yourself back to center. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Bring the right hand up and over and take hold of your left ear. Give yourself a slight pull, so you're going to feel that stretch from the ear all the way down the left side. Reach that left arm out. Fingers to the mat. Deep breath. And as you exhale, you can start to lift your fingers. Point in those fingers. Deep breath. So you're going to feel that stretch from finger to ear on the left side. Take one more deep breath here. Gently release the ear. Drop the left ear to your left shoulder. Bring that left arm up and over. Take hold of your right ear. Feel the stretch now. From the right ear, it's going to come all the way down your arm. Bring those fingers to the mat. To get deep, you're going to lift the fingers and reach. So you're going to feel that energy coming out of your fingertips. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. We're just waking up the corners of our bodies. It's such a nice thing to do to just really take the time to stretch properly. And gently back to center. And we're just going to gently take our chin to our shoulder, doesn't matter which one, and just give your head a little roll. Just start to loosen the neck. Get mobilizing. You can progress that into a full head roll if you'd like. You can also send it back both ways. And when you're done, gently bring yourself back to center. Shoulder rolls up to your ears, down your spine. Let's get into that shoulder girdle. Start to mobilize that area. So if you want to, you can bring your hands onto your shoulder and draw circles with your elbows so it looks like you've got tiny wings. You can just continue to do the normal shoulder rolls. That's absolutely fine. There's just an option if you'd like to. Whatever feels best for you to mobilize that area. Take a nice deep breath. Let's reach our arms in line with our shoulders. Reach the fingers like you're trying to touch either side of the room. And I want you to keep those arms in line with your shoulders like aeroplane wings. Reaching from one side of the room to the other. Start to hinge across to the right. Keep the arms in line with your shoulders. Keep your bum cheeks glued onto the mat. Reaching the fingers trying to touch the right side of the room. Deep breath. Keep your chest open. Really, really nice. And gently back to center. Draw those left fingers across to the left side of the room. Inhale. And exhale, reaching. Make sure those bum cheeks stay down on the mat. Gently bring yourself back to center. Bring the arms behind. Interlace your fingers behind your back, opening your heart center, drawing the shoulders together behind your back. And breathe into that stretch. You're going to feel those shoulder blades almost touching at the back. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Release your fingers and bring them in front of you, interlacing the fingers in front. Imagine you're hugging a giant beach ball, so you're creating a big circle in front of you. Pull your shoulders apart at the back. Drop your chin to the chest, creating a C shape with your spine, and feel that stretch now. Stretching the shoulders in the opposite direction to what we just did. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Gently letting go. Bringing your hands on either side of your hips. You're going to reach that right arm up and over. Taking that right arm in line with your right ear. Bringing your left hand in line with your left hip. Reach with those right fingers to try and touch the left side of the room. Keep your chest open. So keeping yourself upright. Try not to slouch forward. I want you to imagine that top half of your body has been popped in a toaster. If you want to drop down onto your forearm, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure, as always, sit bones planted on the mat. Push into that right hip. Deep breath, inhale. We're adding inches onto the right side of the body. Really feel from hip to finger like someone's pulling that finger and trying to add an inch onto that side of the body. Deep breath, inhale. Really nice. Exhale, gently bring yourself back to center. Drop the right hand in line with the right hip. The left arm comes up and over. Inhale. Left hand trying to touch the right side of the room. Keep the chest open, the shoulders down, the neck long. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, if you want to fold onto your forearm, by all means do. Push into that left hip. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Fingers trying to touch the right side of the room. Keep your heart open. Plant those sit bones. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. From your hip to your fingertip, it should feel like a nice deep lateral stretch. Imagine someone's pulling on those fingers. They're adding inches onto your body. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Gently bring yourself back to center. Let's take a nice little seated twist. Right hand behind you like a secondary spine. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Sit tall, drop the shoulders down. Inhale. As you exhale, push that knee away. Gazing all the way behind you. Twisting through the spine. Deep inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, push on the knee, looking all the way behind you. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Keep that spine long, the shoulders down, the sit bones planted. Push that knee away. Just compressing your organs. Try and use that back arm as a support but not a leaning post. So try not to fall back on it. Keeping yourself upright. Give me one more breath here. And gently bring yourself back to center. Let's take the left hand behind. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Sit tall, drop the shoulders down. Inhale. As you exhale, push against that left knee with the right hand. Gazing all the way behind you. Really, really with every breath. Try and get deeper into that twist. Inhale. Sit tall, lengthen the spine, plant the sit bones. Exhale, push the knee away, gaze behind you. Feel that twist deepen with every breath. And give me one more deep inhale. Get as deep into this twist as you can. Gently bring yourself back to center. Really nice. Plant your palms in front of you. Untuck your legs and bring yourself into an all fours position on the mat. Stacking your joints, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And let's just breathe into our tabletop here. So keep the spine flat and core engaged to begin with. If all fours is causing you any sort of discomfort in your wrist, feel free to stay seated. We're going to take a cat-cow, which you can take from a seated position. Just to begin with, we're pushing into our knees, the tops of our feet and our palms. Energizing the mat, imagining that you're almost hovering off the mat. So on the inhale, and as you exhale, I want you to push the mat away, almost trying to lift off, almost trying to float away. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And as you inhale, drop your navel to the floor, gaze up to the sky, heart center open. Exhale, crown of the head towards the floor. Inhale again, open your heart center, dipping that, hollowing out that lower back. Exhale, crown of the head towards the floor, navel to spine, arching like a scared cat. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. So if you enjoy this mobilization of your spine in your cat-cow, feel free to continue here. Those of you, as always, that would like to freestyle this movement, please do. Feel free to get into every single corner of your body. Use your breath to guide you through the movement. Really get your wiggle on, get as weird as you like. And the lovely thing about practicing from home is that you truly can be as weird as you like. So maybe you want to turn the wrists, push into the front of your wrists, good for your practicing hand balances. Maybe you want to push into your heels. Maybe you want to just draw circles with your body, another really nice one for strengthening the wrist, also working on the core. Maybe you want to sit all the way back into your child's pose, reach your fingers out in front. Maybe you want to peel yourself forward into your cobra, get into your spine even deeper. Point those toes, do whatever feels good for you, and don't forget to use your breath to guide you through that movement. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Really nice, everybody. Really well done. Lovely. Really nice. And once you're ready, take one more deep breath. Gently bring yourself back into your all fours position. You're going to sit your bum onto your heels. Bring yourself into a kneeling position at the back of your mat. So you're going to take your thunderbolt pose. You have two options. Option one is simply that you are kneeling, knees facing straight ahead, spine long, shoulders down, and you're breathing here. So this is thunderbolt. Thunderbolt with your toes tucked under is your second option. So you're just going to tuck your toes under and sit your bum on your heels. Looks simple, but you're going to feel really intense sensations in your feet. You're going to stretch the balls of your feet, the arches, the heels. Sit nice and tall. And I like to take this one because I like to follow it with what we're going to do next, which is our toes pose. So breathing into your thunderbolt pose. So toes pose, which we're going to counter, is going to stretch the front of our feet, our arches, and our shins. It's a really good one for runners. It's good for countering any issues with the connective tissues in the feet that might cause chronic heel and foot pain. So take a nice deep breath here. Really feel those sensations in your feet. As you exhale, gently untuck your toes, sitting your bum back on your heels. Reach your hands behind you and slightly bend the elbows. Gaze straight ahead on your inhale. And as you exhale, gently roll onto the tops of your feet. Stretching your shins, stretching the top of your feet. If it feels uncomfortable, gently pull yourself out of the stretch. We're not going to stay here long. We're just going to take 5. So breathe into that stretch and let's go for 5, 4, keep your breath flowing, 3, 2, and 1, gently rolling it back down. Drop your hands towards the mat, wiggle those knees and feet about hip width apart, chest towards the mat, send the arms forward, chest down, sit bones up, bring yourself into your extended puppy pose, gazing between your hands. You're stretching your chest, your abdomen, your upper back, your shoulders, the tops of your hamstrings, navel towards the spine. If you want to come up onto your fingertips, then please do. Deep breath here, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Really, really indulge in that stretch. Always looking between your hands, straight ahead. Chest down, bum in the air, feet and knees parallel like train tracks out behind you, hip width apart. Give me one more deep breath here. Drop your palms, pull the chest forward along the mat and drop your hip bones towards the mat. Take yourself into your Sphinx pose, forearms down. If you would like to go a little deeper here, feel free to walk the hands back and lift the forearms, bring yourself into Cobra. So that's if you've got a deeper back bend, that might feel a little bit better for you. Whichever version you're in, you're opening that chest, drop the shoulders down, neck long. So both these poses, Cobra and Sphinx, are really good for lower back pain. I want you to remember that we are using the bottom half of our body as well. So point the toes, lift the knees, feel that engagement in the glutes, the hamstrings, feel it in the bum, feel it in your lower back, deep breath. Keep those toes pointed so we're really engaging that bottom half of the body. And breathe here. And if you would like to, you can stay here. If you want to add a bit of movement, inhale, peel yourself forward, chest to the mat. Exhale, lift. Keep the legs engaged and forward. And lift. And peeling forward. Really nice. And lift. And forward. And lift. Really nice. Take a nice deep breath. And you're just going to push yourself up onto your knees again and drop onto your forearms into a forearm all fours. Bring that right arm out in front and take the left arm and post it underneath the right into your thread the needle. We're going to get into our shoulders. Pull that left arm underneath your right arm, gazing underneath your right armpit. Roll onto that left shoulder. Deep breath, inhale. Feel that twist in the shoulder. And exhale. Still trying to draw that navel in towards the spine if you can. The further you pull that arm and roll onto your shoulder, the deeper you're going to get into twisting that shoulder girdle. And it's such a satisfying feeling to really get deep into that shoulder twist. Deep breath. And exhale. Gently pull that left arm out. Reach the left arm out in front. Take the right hand and post it underneath, rolling onto your right shoulder. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Give me one more deep breath here, really pulling yourself all the way underneath that left armpit. And gently bring yourself back to center. Take your child's pose, reaching your arms out in front. Send your bum back onto your heels and breathe. Gently walk the hands back into an upright position. Untuck the legs, bring yourself into a seated position on your mat, knees bent, feet and knees parallel, hip width apart. Draw your heels in towards your bums. Take your arms in line with your legs and gently peel yourself down onto the mat, rolling yourself all the way down, nice and slowly. Peel that spine all the way down. Really nice. Drop yourself down onto the mat, bring your palms on either side of your hips. Draw the heels in towards your bum a little more. Peel that spine down onto the mat. Make sure it's nice and flat. When your spine's flat, you'll probably have a very gentle tilt to the pelvis that only you will notice. Draw those shoulders down away from the ears. Take a deep inhale, and on your exhale, send those hips up towards the sky, taking your shoulder bridge. Walk your shoulder blades together underneath your back. Lift those hips high. So if you make sure that you're not bowing your feet or knees, you're keeping them nice and parallel, your feet flat, you're going to get that nice engagement in the glutes and hamstrings. Keep those hips nice and high. So shoulder bridge is a really nice one. It's good for our shoulders. It's good for working on back bends, good for building strength in our glutes, in our quads, in our hamstrings. It's really good for pelvic floor. So if you're pregnant, if you've had a baby, and anyone really, especially women, we should always be strengthening our pelvic floor. So it's really good for doing your Kegels. And it's also really good for anxiety, stress, and insomnia, which is why it's a lovely one to finish with. Nice one to do go winding down for bed. It's also a good one to do first thing in the morning. Keep those hips nice and high. Really breathe into that stretch. Make sure your neck stays free. Make sure you're not strangling yourself. And let's go for 5, 4, hips high, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring your arms out on either side. Roll that spine back down onto the mat. Hug your knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side. Release the spine, Apanasana. Take your arms on either side. Bring your legs into a tabletop position. Drop both knees over to the left, gaze to the right. Reach that right arm out from the base of your spine all the way up to your neck. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. So always looking in the opposite direction of our knees. Get that full benefit of the stretch. And it's nice to finish on a twist as well. And switch sides. Bring the knees across to the right, gaze to the left. From the base of your spine up to your neck, breathing into that stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Take one more deep breath here. Gently bring yourself back to center. One more time, hug your knees towards you. Before you gently start to straighten out, ready for your relaxation. If you want to grab anything, socks, jumpers, blankets, cushions, if you want to pop on some music, dim your lights, grab a drink of water, do what you need to do. As always, if you don't want to stay for your relaxation, you're absolutely welcome to tune out. I will not be offended. I know it's not in everyone's practice. But if you would like to stay, just bring yourself back down onto your mats, palms open, feet falling open. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose, eyes closed. Exhale through your mouth. Bring yourself back to where you were at the beginning of the class. Tuning out all thoughts and worries, all distractions. Reach for that imaginary broom again and sweep the mind clear of clutter, wandering thoughts and worries. Anything not serving you in this moment. Let's just tune in with our key tension points again, making sure our shoulders are down away from the ears, our neck long. Making sure we're not frowning, furrowing the brow. Making sure that our jaw is soft, our tongue away from the roof of our mouth. Unclenching those back teeth. Feel that breath rush through you, cleansing your body from the inside out. Start to take your attention towards your feet, feeling them fall open on the mat. Each toe unraveling one by one. Ankles, calves, knees and thighs becoming lightweight. All the way up to the base of the spine, and feel each vertebrae unravel one by one. Melting down into the mat. Becoming one with the mat. Feel your arms become lightweight at your side, palms open, fingers unraveled, as though someone has taken the batteries straight out of you. All the way up to your shoulders. Feel those shoulders peeling down your spine, melting into the mat like lava. Allow your neck to grow long. Head light, free of thoughts and worries, facial features soft and gentle. Unlocking your jaw, unclench the back teeth. Tongue down from the roof of the mouth. Maybe your mouth is open slightly. Finally, take your attention to your chest and abdomen. Slow and steady rise and fall of your breath. A gentle rhythm. Allow it to guide you. Allow it to take you to a place that's just for you. Focusing in on that breath. And just take this time, these moments. As you inhale and exhale, Start to wiggle your fingers and toes to draw awareness back into your body. Hug your knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side to release your spine on the mat. Bringing yourself all the way over onto the right hand side into a fetal position. Gently bring yourself up to seated on your mat's palms on your knees. Sitting nice and tall, take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, release the breath. Take a big sigh. And once more, inhale. And let's let everything go. And one more for luck. I want you to build up everything that's stressing you out, that's making you anxious. Build it all up. We're going to build it all up and let it out in a big sigh. Inhale. Draw your palms together at your heart center. Thank you all so much for sharing your Sunday evening with me. I hope that you have a lovely rest of your night. Hopefully see you all tomorrow. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. If there is anything that you guys would like to practice this week, as always, drop me a comment or have a think and let me know tomorrow. I'm just basically going to recap the things that we've done because I feel like it's the millionth week of lockdown and there's not much more that I can cover. So we're just going to go back over a bunch of stuff that we've already done. So if you guys had anything in particular that you really enjoyed or anything that you would like to get deeper into, please let me know. Have a think. Let me know tomorrow. Hang on a second. Let me just read what you guys are saying. You guys didn't. Yes, so indulgent. You did deserve it. Extended puppy pose is an acquired taste. I really like it, but I have a really flexible back. So if you're feeling a bit like that's just not one for you, just give it a chance because once you start to melt into it, and the more you do it, you'll love it. It's such a nice stretch. More hip openers. Yes, we'll definitely do more hip openers. I'm going to recap splits at some point as well, so we'll definitely get even deeper into our hips. I like a hip opener. They are one of my favorites. Okay guys, so have a lovely rest of your evening. Hopefully see you all tomorrow. Oh yeah, we'll do core again this week as well. Everyone loves a bit of core and abs. Let's get into that. Well, maybe not love it, but you'll love it afterwards. Okay guys, see you all tomorrow.